Looking for some more cool tech under 50 bucks for your setup? Well, you came to the right place. Let's begin. Still gaming in 720p on your grandmother's monitor? Don't you think it's time for an upgrade? The Corsair Xeneon is the ultimate gaming monitor that packs a ton of features, like an insane 32-inch Quad HD IPS display and 165Hz refresh rate with a 1 millisecond response time. If you're a gamer and content creator, you'll also enjoy the stunning accurate panel with 100% sRGB coverage. It also offers a nice amount of adjustability points, including height, swivel, and tilt with built-in cable management clips in the back. You already know it's TechSource approved. And with the built-in multi-mount in the back, you have the flexibility of adding anything you want, from lights to mics and even DSLR cameras. You know you want to learn more, so click the link below. Alright, so kicking off the episode is a really cool RGB bar that adds a bit of dynamic lighting to your setup. It's 12.5 inches in length and costs only $14 per bar, so you can actually pick up a few of them for under $50 if you have a multi-monitor setup. Now these are designed to be mounted on the bottom of your monitor, providing a nice underglow. It's actually very similar to the monitor light bar I featured in the last cool tech video, except this one is RGB and it's meant for underneath your monitor instead. But that won't stop you from mounting it anywhere you want because of the corner design. This allows you to tilt the lights at a 45-degree angle. Now the lights aren't perfectly diffused, as you can see each individual diode, but it is diffused enough to where you can have them facing you like a regular light bar. You can also put these behind your monitors and have it bounce off the wall for a nice backglow. It's really up to you on how you want to use these. And let's say you just want to light up the desk so you can see your peripherals a lot better. Well, you can do that too, because there's a dedicated controller right on the cable itself, letting you control the lights. But I do recommend using the provided remote instead for convenience. You can choose from a bunch of cool effects and color schemes, as well as control the brightness and speed of the effects all on the remote itself. One thing I don't really like about the light bar is the location of the cable. Because it comes out from the side, it makes it a bit more difficult to hide. So you have to be smart on the placement of these so you can hide the cables. If they had the cable come out from the back, it would have looked so much cleaner in my opinion. Now the good thing is that this is USB powered, so you don't need an extra outlet. You can just plug it directly into the back of your PC or any USB power source. This isn't just limited to your setup, by the way. You can get creative and really use it anywhere you want to add some really nice dynamic lighting. Up next is a really nice budget-friendly capture card for anyone looking to stream games or capture 4K video from another source. A lot of other 4K capture cards are pretty pricey, like the Elgato 4K60, which costs 250 bucks. Well, this one pretty much does the same thing for a fraction of the price. The way it works is very simple. You plug in any device you want to capture using the HDMI input. This can be a camera, laptop, phone, gaming console, or even a PC. Then you use an HDMI cable and plug in a display into the HDMI out. This can be any type of display, from a monitor to a TV or other displays with an HDMI port. The capture card even has dedicated audio jacks for consoles. So if you want to record audio from your headphones and microphone, then you will need to plug them in here. After everything is set up, you just have to download OBS and add a video capturing source, and you're pretty much done. You can now start capturing content up to 4K resolution and 60 Hz. Here's a gameplay sample of Forza Horizon 5 that I was able to record directly off of the capture card. So in terms of recording quality, that really depends on the specs of your system. The higher the specs, the higher the bitrate you can set in OBS, and the higher you can set the resolution as well. One thing I do recommend is using a secondary monitor to view and manage OBS while you are gaming on the main monitor. It just makes it really easy to start and stop recording while making sure your gameplay is being recorded, since you can glance over and double check whenever you want. The capture card also works with current gen consoles like the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, but do keep in mind that you won't be able to take advantage of the 120 Hz refresh rate, since it caps the refresh rate at 60. All in all, this is a fantastic capture card for the money, especially if you don't want to spend a couple $100s on the Elgato 4K60. These next two items will help add a bit of functionality to your setup. First up, we got the Kiwi mount bracket. This is an awesome way to add a mounting point to some of your devices, like a webcam, DSLR, or anything that has a 1/4 inch screw. So it can be used with security cameras and VR sensors as well. This is especially useful if you're a streamer and you want to have your camera a bit further away from you so it can capture more of your setup or background. I've also seen a lot of people mount their lighting gear on here, which is useful if you just don't have the extra space on your desk. The mounting bracket itself has a ball head giving you a full 360-degree adjustability, and it comes with a shield to cover the mounting screws after you're done using it. You can also mount this directly to your wall using the 3M VHB tape on the back. These cost only $10 a pop and they come in either white or black. I just love how much functionality these can add to your setup if you know how to use it correctly. I'm sure you guys have seen a bunch of magnetic cable clips out there, but this one from Anker is my personal favorite because it can adapt to more cable sizes. The actual cable clip itself doesn't lock, meaning if the cable you are using is slightly thicker than 3.5 millimeters, then it can still work because the clip can expand slightly. This is such a fantastic way to organize all the cables in your setup or workspace and have easy access to them when you need. Since they're magnetic, you can easily peel them off and snap it back when you're done using it. Now, if you have a lot of thicker cables, then I would recommend going with the Velcro option instead, because you do have more flexibility on adjusting the size to compensate for bigger cables. To my knowledge, Anker only makes these in blue for some reason. You know, I would have loved to see black or maybe even white, but you do get two for the price of $18. I've seen my fair share of budget 60% mechanical keyboards under $50. In fact, most of them are either cheaply made or they are carbon copies of one another from China. Well, not this one. I was pleasantly surprised when I came across the Tazari TK61. This here is a 60% mechanical keyboard using Gateron optical switches. I won't spend too much time going over the differences, but optical switches are slightly different as they use light detection, so the actuation is much faster than regular mechanical switches. And all their keyboards are also hot swappable, but the downside is that you are pretty much limited on the selection of switches out there compared to regular mechanical switches, and that's because the pin layout is different. You can only stick to optical switches in this keyboard. And yes, this is hot swappable. You get a keycap and a switch puller inside the box, along with a right angle USB cable, which is awesome for clean cable routing. Construction of the keyboard is really nice. You know, despite the shell and top plate being made out of plastic, the build is very similar to the RK61, which is another very well made budget 60% keyboard I covered on the channel. However, I gotta say, I do like the pudding keycaps on this one. They are double shot PBT, and if you're an RGB fanatic, you will love how these look. Most of the other keyboards in this price range don't come with dedicated software, while others have a poorly designed software, which is why I was pleasantly surprised with the TK61. Not only was the UI extremely easy to navigate, but you have way more options to customize the lighting on your keyboard. So many awesome effects to choose from on the left side, but what's really cool is that you can choose the direction for the effect as well. For example, if I go with the wave effect, I can select how I want the lighting to show up on the keyboard by clicking on the arrows. I can even have the light start from the center and go outwards, or vice versa. That is something I don't see in other budget 60% keyboards in this price. If you have 50 bucks to spend on a 60% mechanical keyboard and you love RGB, you gotta check this out, it's awesome. If you don't like the color white, they do offer it in black as well. Wrapping up the episode is a really cool bedside lamp that offers wireless charging support. It's a very simple device, really. It offers 3 levels of brightness and a flatbed where you can charge your smartphone or other devices wirelessly. There is a little LED indicator that will let you know if it's charging or not. If the red light is blinking, that means it's not able to charge your device due to some interference or the device is placed incorrectly. If the red light is static, then it means the phone is charging successfully. So the way you adjust the brightness is by simply tapping or touching any part of the frame. And I just love how sensitive it is. It always works the first time. I also really like the design of the lamp. It's very minimal with a touch of modern, so it's gonna fit nicely in a lot of homes. If you have been looking to pick up a nice bedside lamp that also offers charging for your Qi-enabled devices, then this is something I strongly recommend picking up. If the square model doesn't exactly fit with the theme of your home, then you can check out any of their other 3 designs that they offer, 2 of which actually have built-in clocks. And that pretty much wraps up this month's Cool Tech video. As always, I'll drop a link to everything I talked about down below. But if you guys are still looking for cool tech for the upcoming holidays, consider watching my previous cool tech videos that I've done for all of 2021. Chances are you'll find something really cool to pick up. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I love your beautiful faces, and I'll see you very soon in the next one.